Hello viewers, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Supreme Lord 2020 as Vietnam. Last off, we kind of did make some rather impressive advances into, not Spanish, sorry, Southern Chinese territory. But, unfortunately, despite our military presence, we did have a problem of not having enough military goods anymore, as we're only producing 46 tons in comparison to the demand. As a result, we still have no choice but to continue the construction of at least six currently facilities under construction. Two down here, one or three, four up here in the north, in territory at least. But it's gonna be a while before they're finished, and their economy's a little bit on the down. But better to continue and primarily be on the defensive right now. There's really no point of attacking, especially on this side, attacking the city of Kunming, and its next door city, Anning. None of those are even worth the time and effort to launch an all-out attack. Meanwhile, Thailand, is at war with Myanmar. And I think they're also at war with... No, they're not. They're not at war with southern China, but possibly someday they might. But even so. Down here, meanwhile, Indonesia is at war with southern China as well, but it's a bit of a... I still have a bit of a peeve when it comes to seeing somebody else controlling a piece of water for some reason. It's a little bit of an oddity. And my original plan is to conquer as much of southern China as possible, make a peace treaty. Possibly, if I want to expand, I'll probably have to expand right about up until possibly Guiyang, Yishan. I don't know about Li Zhao. Oh wait, Louis Zhou, I mean. And then head down here to the island of Hannan. Is that what this is called? I think that's what it's called, but I could be wrong. Anyway, somehow got attacked again, but it was not successful for the southern Chinese. In the meantime, though, these guys are just gonna have to entrench to the base of Luliang, and also possibly take this coal mine. And there we go. Except this recon unit is gonna re-entrench, and that's about it. Now we could always ask if anybody is willing to trade some military goods. Taiwan, not so much. Japan, they have plenty, but I think I'm gonna ask somebody else. Try and ask somebody else. The South Koreans I'm not gonna ask, since they are in the middle of their war. Eastern Siberians, meanwhile, they have none. You know, somehow this is gonna be impossible, since this is gonna be an impossible idea if somehow, since North Korea is not at war with Eastern Siberia, but if they had been and somehow their military reached all the way up to the capital, that's going to be a bit of a surprise for personal reason. Personally, for my case, it would be a surprise to see Eastern Siberia under North Korean control, until it might fall to, I guess, mostly South Korean and maybe a portion from Manchurian, I guess. But that's just me. Inner Mongolia, meanwhile, is surrounded. Their economy is surprisingly still good, but how long before their capital would fall if the northern Chinese are smart enough? Who knows? Mongolia and such, yeah. Meanwhile, most of my forces are making some rather idiotic decisions, such as this light infantry vehicle passing through a ZTZ-59 tank. Not a good idea. Enemies approaching, fine. And here comes the southern Chinese Navy. But managed to repel any form of attacks, sort of. Except for bombardments. Air Force, we don't have that many aircraft anyway, but just to be safe, I think it's best to just take out this Corvette to try and ease off any bombardments on the town of Hue. Hue? Okay, anyway, this AT garrison. These guys are attacking for some reason. Well, I might as well hold off there, but I really don't see the point of attacking again. Unless it's possible to go over here and reach Chuzhiyong and take Dongchuan. I don't know if that's said it right. Colombia, meanwhile, a lump of fresh water. Okay, we only want $150 million. Okay, I guess. Get that. Now Norway. A lot of petroleum. Move all this. I'm gonna let the AI do whatever they want for now. Even if most of them are gonna get destroyed, which is not good. But I'm gonna have to let them see if they can take some added territories for Vietnam. Not so sure about here though. I'm gonna have to get these. I'm gonna have to move these guys a little bit closer. Greater Malaysia this time. A formal alliance. What's our relationship though? It's actually pretty good. Are they at war with anybody? Myanmar and northern China. Why not? I would like to add more, but hold on a minute. Free trade and this and mutual defense. Bombarded, I know. Okay, Indonesia. Wait, who's in control of this? Australia. Never realized that, actually. India. Their only ally is Eastern Siberia. Our relations are not really good, though. Our people, and diplomatically, we're not really friendly with them, so good luck to them to even find any other allies other than their only one, which is Eastern Siberia. Not gonna say about their war, of course. Well, now that I think of it, better check to see what's going on in North America currently. Mexico has lost a lot of territory to Texas, no surprise. California, some slow expansion. They're at war with several other former nation states at least, but not Nevada or Arizona, and certainly not Oregon as well. At least for now. Illinois is not looking good. They're gonna get swallowed up by Indiana, and I think Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin as well. Kentucky and Missouri may get some territory, but that's about it. As for the rest of the West Coast, or even the South, nothing going on as usual. There's really not much conflict going on anywhere. South America, meanwhile, well, what can I say about Brazil, after all? Since they're once again at war with everybody else, every neighbor. Not every neighbor, at least, but yeah, whatever. But what can you do? The UN Protectorate, Cuba? Yeah, wait a minute. Is it possible to make an alliance? It is possible, but our relations are somewhat indifferent. Europe. Belgium, Luxembourg is getting squeezed. The Netherlands seem to be holding out against West Germany. Who else is at war? Milan, Rome, Naples, nope. Paris and Marseille are really going at it, and Paris's own capital is getting a little too close to the front lines, unless Marseille is lucky enough to expand a little further. England, well, they're not allied with Scotland, or are they allied? No, they're not allied with Wales. So I guess we're going to have to wait and see if a possible war of reunification, if you even want to call it that, is even possible, say against Scotland or Wales. Northern Ireland, or even Ireland themselves. I would have thought maybe Ireland would want to declare war on Northern Ireland, just so uniting the whole Irish land at the very least for United Ireland. Did I even make sense? I probably don't. Yeah. I sometimes don't even make sense what I say anyway. Sweden. Nope. Norway is at war with West Germany. Alright. Moscow is getting surrounded. Nothing going on in Serbia. No progress, actually. Romania, they're not at war. Bulgaria, they're not at war. Well, they are at war, but they're not advancing. Odd. Kosovo, they are at war. Who else? Greece, don't see the point. Moscow, Poland, Ukraine. What's going on over here, though? There's no war going on here. Iran is out. Oh. Israel again. Ethiopia and Sudan are at war. What's going on over in Central Africa? Congo and Botswana. The Congo and the Central Africa Republic are at war. And oh, what's going on here? Botswana is losing territory everywhere against South Africa and Zimbabwe, it seems. Shortages, I know. Alright. Let's see. Who else was South Africa at war with? Morocco, Ethiopia, Congo, Burkina Faso. Okay. There's really nothing much to say about what's going on as well, so let's go back to our war. Well, we managed to gain some territory, but it's not really that much. More facilities for consumer goods have been finished. At the capital, actually. The southern Chinese are trying to attack, it seems. Maybe it's time to try and take Nanning. Bit of a suicide mission, I guess, but best to give it a try and have these guys head to the war front down here. As for up here, though, see if this T-54 can... Nah, no, they cannot. More military facilities are done. What about this one? Wait, what's this? Goods. Alright. So we got a little more stuff to make. At least for now. So we're making more as best we can, but it's not going to be simple or easy at all. Anyway, Nanning's been taken. Let's move on to the city of Nanning itself. See if I can get these tanks to surround the city in question. These guys, I guess you can try and take Hangzhou. Go around. These guys go down this way, I guess. Alright, they're surrounded. Except I'm gonna have these guys move up here. Take this one territory. There we go. Now surrounding Nanning. Attack on Hangzhou has failed. No surprise there. Front over here is just still the same. Okay, Nanning is not falling yet. These guys... One tank, a T-54 is going to retreat. It's fine by me. Do we have any aircraft? No, we don't. We have one being built in the military base of Hanoi, one over here. A main air base down near... close to Da Ning, and that's it. So they're not going to be finished in time. Concerning the industrial capacity, I guess. It's not going to be enough, so we gotta build more. Plenty up there, so what about down here? I think each of these main towns would be the best start. Mids, on the other hand, I guess villages would do, but that's probably for a different time. I think I'll go build one here for main military industrial capacity. Up here, the city of Danning. And I think the town of Hue will do as well. Consumer, meanwhile, we're gonna need some mids, just to be safe. So 3 up here. Same down here will be here, here, and here. Maybe here, but that's for a different time. Military goods storages, I know. Alright, Nanning has finally fallen, but that took a lot longer than expected. Let's see if we can take Binjul. Firstly, though, gotta get these guys to surround, go around at least.